So today I'm talking about a Esp Bas Light in a Chrysler 300, what it is and how you can go about fixing it. And I'm going to put links down below for everything that I'm looking at here. But what is an Esp Bas Light? Well, it stands for Electronic Stability Program and Brake Assist Program. And basically it was created to give the driver better control over a vehicle, like during bad driving conditions, like if it's raining or something along these lines. It's supposed to give the driver better stability. And in regular driving conditions, sometimes this light will come on, but it should go off. It shouldn't stay on all the time. That's the main thing. If it stays on all the time, then there's a problem with the system, and it'll need to be troubleshooted to figure out why. So that's the basics of it. And so what are some causes and fixes for this? Well, number one will be the steering angle sensor that's built into the steering wheel. There's a sensor that's built into the steering wheel, and it reports to the onboard computer where the steering wheel is. And when this gets out of alignment, it can cause problems. It can cause this to come on. And it's fairly common for this. There's a reset procedure for this. So if you do have this error code, this would be one of the first things to try. Would basically, you turn the engine on. You have the wheels should be centered when you start off, and then you turn the wheels all the way to the left. Then you turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, and then you turn it all the way to the left again, and then you turn them straight, where they're straight ahead, and then you turn the engine off, and then you start the engine again, and then you go drive it, and it should go away, basically. That's basically the reset procedure for these. Now, like I said, I'll put links down below if you want to slow down and read that. But if you do that, a lot of times it'll help clear the error. It could be something more involved, like a component could have failed, like this steering angle sensor. It could have gone bad. And I'll jump over here on Amazon real fast and show you what they look like. They're just little devices that sit inside the steering wheel and report to the computer on the location of the steering wheel. And so they're not like terribly expensive. They range at around $50 to $100 on Amazon. So just to give you an idea. And it is possible that has failed. So that's something to keep in mind, even though it's not too common. Usually it's just a reset procedure, but it could have failed. So keep that in mind. One of the main ways you would tell is that you have an OBD2 scan tool and you scan the vehicle for any error codes. So when you do that, it'll come back. If it comes back with an error code and it says steering wheel angle sensor, or one of the next things on the list would be such as a wheel speed sensor, then you'll know what the problem is. If you don't have an OBD2 scan tool, you can usually go to an auto parts store like AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something along these lines, and they'll usually do a scan for free. But if you do need to get one, be sure, like here, I'll show you here on Amazon, be sure it says ABS for anti-lock brake system, and so that it can read those error codes as well. I use this when I use this Foxwell NT630. It works really well for me, but there's a whole bunch out there. You just have to make sure that it says ABS on it. If you do need one, I'll put the link down below. But you know, like I said, if you don't have to buy one either, you can go to an auto parts store. They could run a scan for you, and then you point to what the problem is. And the next thing that goes bad quite commonly with these is the wheel speed sensor. Each tire is going to have a sensor on it that reports the speed the tire is traveling. And the onboard computer can tell, like, if one tire slips, then it's not going as fast as the other one. Then the onboard computer can adjust and make up for this. But when one of these sensors go bad, you can't get the data for this, and it doesn't have the information. So it sees an error code, and it'll send out an error code. One of them will be this Esp Bas Light. Now, if you do have a bad wheel speed sensor, an OBD2 scan tool will point to which one has gone bad. So, for example, right here, if you have a right rear wheel speed sensor problem, it'll give you a code C1035 and so forth. So, you know, if it's a left rear wheel speed sensor, it'll be a C1020. And you'll know exactly what the problem is, and you'll be able to go replace that speed sensor or check the wiring. It could be wiring or the harness, but you would know what the problem is and you can go fix it. So that's the basics of it. And so that's the basics of what could be the causes and fixes for Esp Bas Light in a Chrysler 300. I just want to give a basic overview of it and what you could do and how you can go about fixing the problem. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helped you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.